It was a job that many tried, but few men could handle. Diving beneath the frigid waters of the Ohio River, repairing damaged wickets on the dam, a procedure that could take from 30 minutes to 30 hours. Total darkness, bare-handed, with only a breathing tube to keep you alive.
Living on a lock and dam here on the Ohio River, it's not like most people will see on TV where the water's nice and clear and you can see all the fish and everything's pretty. Out here, once you leave the surface, you're in total blackout. And your fingers is your eyes. You do everything by feel.
Jim Noble was a lockmaster at the nearby Meldal Dam for 20 years.
One of the things that you didn't want to do was ever lose contact with any of the structure. Because if you're in total darkness and you lose contact with your structure, you get turned around and then you're lost. You have no idea where you are.
Ralph Lindsay was the head lockman and diver here at Lock 34 for 17 years. Kelly Walden was one of the men he had to rely upon.
Ralph was the diver, and I was the one that suited him up. That suit was real hard to get on and off, plus the big heavy helmet. And get that locked on him, and then close the eyepiece off and start pumping him air. Had a big instrument there with a wheel on it, and I would have to pump that all the time he was down, to get air to him.
Danger was a word that seemed to propel him through all his dives.
Well, everything was blacked out to start with. Couldn't see a thing. And it was another thing, it was quiet. You couldn't hear the fish swimming by. If there was any, I never did see one fish that was about that long. And you had to swim right by my helmet. And that had to be on a real clear day to see him. And the sun had to be shining back into the wickets.
No matter what the weather, violent thunderstorms, ice chunks floating in the water, the dives had to happen to ensure a safe passage for the boats above.
And here come the lockmaster in. He said, we have two divers down there. They've been coffering off that gate, trying to get it coffered off, and they can't get it corked, and the pumps won't take the water. And said there's a suction there somewhere, but they can't find it. Two divers. One of them was a lockmaster, and the other was assistant up the river. And so he said they quit and went home. And here it is down around zero. I don't blame them. They're quitting. So anyway, he said, will you do it? He said, it's 10 o'clock now. He said, if you work 1 minute after midnight, he says, I'll pay you double time for 2 days work in 2 hours work. So I says, okay, well, I made sure it was after midnight when I got through. Anyway, we did that. They had to soak my hands to get down in that water, and they had to break the ice. It kept freezing over, and I had those gloves. And I'd stay down 15 minutes, and up I'd come.
That's right, submersion in freezing water with no gloves.
Hey, when a job was to be done, these guys got it done, no matter difficult, dangerous, or what. And there have been men killed out there on that maneuver boat.
Well, we had a diver die, too, before I started. The one before me.
Dam
drowned in the lock chamber.
Of a Dam 32 where I grew up, on up the river here at Vanceburg. I was living there when they dropped that boom on the maneuver boat on him, crushed him, killed him.
And then there are the tales of the monster fish that supposedly inhabit the murky depths of the Ohio.
They're there. Let's put it that way. I may have been right next to them and I wouldn't know it because I couldn't see. I have felt some big fish.
The only ones I've seen that are big, and I mean really big, were when they would dewater one of these lock chambers. And when they would dewater the lock chamber, they would trap the fish in there, and there was some awful big fish. How big? Oh, you know, as big as a man.
One thing all these rivermen agree on, danger or not, they are and always will be one with the river.
Once you work the river, you never leave it. You know, it just gets in your blood.